Hi students, I'm Kailash. In today's class, I'll be teaching you how to find effective resistance when resistors are connected in series. So derive an expression to determine the total or effective or net or resultant resistance whenever resistors are connected in series. It's an important paragraph question. Okay. Now, let me consider three resistors R1, three resistors of resistances in fact, R1, R2 and R3 connected in series. And the combination of these three resistors are connected to a battery. Let B be the voltage applied by the battery or terminal potential difference of the battery. And let I be the current supplied by the battery. And you know the direction of current will always be from positive terminal of the battery through various circuit components. Here the circuit components are the three resistors which are connected in series, and then towards negative terminal of the battery. For continuity, the current has to flow inside the battery also. So externally, outside the battery, the current will flow from positive terminal to negative terminal through various circuit components, and for continuity it has to flow inside the battery also. So inside the battery it will flow from negative terminal to positive terminal. And again the current starts flowing away from positive terminal through various circuit components and then reaches the negative terminal. And inside the battery it flows from negative terminal to positive terminal. And the flow continues like this as long as I keep the circuit in switch on condition. Okay. Now as far as the series circuit is concerned, whenever components are connected in series, you have to remember two important points. Point number one, whenever components are connected in series, they form a single path for the flow of current. They provide a single path for the flow of current. There is no chance of the current to branch off. For example, let me consider I have got a container, a big container which contains around 20 liters of water. So, a container, ஒரு வெசல்ல 20 லிட்டர் தண்ணி இருக்குன்னு அஸ்யூம் பண்ணிக்கலாம். And the 20 liters of water I am going to pour it from the container to flow through a channel. So the container ல இருக்கக்கூடிய 20 லிட்டர் தண்ணியை ஒரு பாத்தி, நம்ம பாத்தின்னு சொல்லுவோம் இல்லைங்களா, பாத், ஒரு சேனல் வழியா நம்ம flow பண்ண வைக்கலாம். So totally I am allowing 20 liters of water to flow through the path. As long as the path remains single, the water flow க்கு single path மட்டும் இருந்தா, all the 20 liters of water will flow throughout. So இந்த battery வந்து source of current. அந்த மாதிரி இந்த water flow க்கு யார் source ன்னு கேட்டா இந்த container. Let me assume. Okay, and water flow, let me compare it with the current flow. So if the channel remains single, அதாவது ஒரே ஒரு சேனல் இருக்கும் பட்சத்தில் இந்த கண்டெய்னர் எவ்வளவு வாட்டரை சப்ளை பண்ணுதோ அதே அமௌண்ட் ஆஃப் வாட்டர் த்ரூ அவுட் எனக்கு ஃப்ளோ ஆகணும். So as long as the circuit contains only one path, you can see the components are connected in series offers only a single path for the flow of current. இந்த ஒரே ஒரு பாதை மட்டும் தான் current flow இருக்கு. Just like one path for the water flow. So water flow க்கு single path இருக்கிற வரைக்கும் கண்டெய்னர்ல எவ்வளவு வாட்டரை நம்ம கண்டெய்னர்ல இருக்கக்கூடிய எவ்வளவு வாட்டரை சேனல்ல போர் பண்ணோமோ அதே குவாண்டிட்டி ஆஃப் வாட்டர் தான் நமக்கு கடைசி வரைக்கும் ஃப்ளோ ஆகும், 20 லிட்டர்ஸ். அதே மாதிரி பேட்டரி எவ்வளவு கரண்ட் சப்ளை பண்ணுதோ அதே கரண்ட் தான் அத்தனை காம்போனன்ட்ஸ் வழியாகவும் ஃப்ளோ ஆகும். Because all the components here in series combination put together forms only one path, or they offer only one path for the flow of current. Right. Now let me imagine the channel splits into two. கொஞ்சம் தூரத்துக்கு அப்புறம் அந்த சேனல் வந்து இப்படி ரெண்டா நமக்கு பிரான்ச் ஆஃப் ஆகிறதா இமேஜின் பண்ணிக்கலாம். இப்ப கண்டெய்னர்ல இருக்கக்கூடிய வாட்டருக்கு இரண்டு பாதைகள் உள்ளன. Now the water has the chances of branching off into these two paths. So depending upon the slope of the two paths, certain quantity of water up to 20 liters can flow through this particular path, say 12 liters. And the balance இருக்கக்கூடிய 8 liters, it may take up this particular path. So if I want different quantity of water to flow through, I need the path to branch off. The path should not be a single path. So as long as the path remains single, same quantity of water has to flow throughout. And whenever I have a branched paths, different quantity of water will be capable of flowing through different paths. So in series combination, there is only one path for the flow of current, and hence through all the components, same current, that is the current supplied by the battery, will be flowing. Which means in series combination, current flowing through all the components will be equal to one another. And not only they will be equal to one another, they will also be equal to the current supplied by the source. Here it is nothing but battery. Right. By Ohm's law, you know, voltage is nothing but product of current and resistance. So if I multiply the current flow through the resistor R1, R2 and R3, in fact the current flowing through R1, R2, R3 are same, I, which is equal to the current supplied by the battery. Now since the resistances of the resistors are different, voltage across the resistor 1, voltage across the resistor 2, the voltage across the resistor 3, or in other words potential difference between the two ends of the resistor 1, 2 and 3 will be different. Because IR1 gives me the potential difference across the first resistor. IR2 gives me the potential difference across the second resistor. And IR3 gives me the potential difference across the third resistor. Now if the resistances of these three resistors are different, then the potential difference, that is the product IR1, I into R2 and I into R3, that is nothing but V1, V2 and V3 will be different. It should be V3 here. So in series connection, current flowing through all the components will be same and will be equal to the current supplied by the source, but the voltages across all the components will be different if their resistances are different. Suppose if all the three components have same resistance, so not only the current will be same, the voltages will also be same. So don't forget this concept. Okay, right. So in series connection, currents are same, but the voltages are different. And if I sum up the individual voltages of the components, it will be equal to the voltage supplied by the battery. So the voltage supplied by the battery will be divided among the components which are connected in series depending upon their resistances. Is it clear? Right. Now we will go into the derivation. We are supposed to find the total resistance of the series combination of R1, R2 and R3. Isn't it? Okay. Now among current and voltage, whichever is different, you start your derivation from that particular quantity. So voltage is different, right? Across the three components. So let me start my derivation from the quantity which differs. So voltage differs, right? So total voltage V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Let me take it as number 1. Now I am going to write V1, V2 and V3 as well as V, the total voltage, in terms of R1, R2 and R3. So to do that, I need the help of Ohm's law. So you know, as per Ohm's law, the product of current and resistance will always give me voltage or potential difference. Okay. Now what is V1? V1 is the potential difference across the two ends of the resistor 1. Therefore, V1 can be written as current flowing through resistor 1, that is nothing but I, and the resistance of the resistor 1 is R1. So V1 can be written as I into R1. This is as per Ohm's law. Likewise, what is V2? V2 is the potential difference across the two ends of the resistance, the resistor 2. So that can be written as product of current flowing through the second resistor, which again is nothing but the same I, and the resistance of the second resistor is R2. So I R2. And what is V3? It is the potential difference across the third resistor. So which can be written as current flowing through the third resistor, that is I, and the resistance of the third resistor is R3. So I into R3. So substituting these things over here in expression 1, I end up with V equals, instead of V1, I am going to write I R1 plus, instead of V2, let me write I R2 plus I R3. And I is common, so let me take it outside. So within brackets, I'll get R1 plus R2 plus R3. So let me take this as equation number 2. So just like I have written individual voltages in terms of their corresponding resistances, I am supposed to write the total voltage in terms of total resistance. So just remember, V1 is the potential difference across R1. V2 is the potential difference across R2. V3 is the potential difference across R3. And V is the potential difference across combination of R1, R2 and R3. So R1, R2, R3 oda combination oda total voltage da V. So R1, R2, R3 oda total combination, total resistance irukum pathingala, adoda voltage da V. So I can take V as total voltage across combination of R1, R2 and R3, or resultant resistance of, or net resistance of, or total resistance of, or effective resistance of R1, R2 and R3. So if I redraw this circuit, replacing R1, R2, R3 by the effective resistance, I will get something like this. So R1, R2, R3 ki badala in the circuit la adoda total resistance nama varanjidalaam, and I am going to connect it with the same battery. Okay, so let R be the total resistance of R1, R2 and R3. And since this is the total resistance of series combination of R1, R2 and R3, let me put S in the subscript. So S stands for series. So R sub S is the total resistance of R1, R2 and R3. Now, the potential difference across the total resistance of R1, R2, R3 is nothing but the total voltage V, which equals to the voltage of the battery. And R1, R2, R3 individually allow the current of I ampere to pass through. So battery supply பண்ற current R1, R2, R3 allow பண்ணிச்சு flow பண்றதுக்கு. அத single handed இந்த resistor பண்ணனும். அப்படி பண்ணாதான் I will be able to call this as effective resistance of R1, R2, R3. அதாவது இந்த effective resistance என்ன பண்ணனும்னு கேட்டா R1, R2, R3 மூணு சேர்ந்து பண்ண job single handed பண்ணனும். Only then I can call it as an effective resistance. Okay, now all these three resistors put together develop the potential difference of V together. So this should do it single-handedly, it's doing it. And each and every resistor had a tendency or had a capacity of allowing the current supplied by the battery, that is I. So RS should also do the same job. It should also be capable of allowing the current I supplied by the battery. Okay, only then I can call it as effective resistance of R1, R2 and R3. Okay, right. Now, let me write V in terms of I and effective resistance. Okay, so the total voltage V can be written as current flowing through the total resistance is I, and the resistance of the total resistor is R sub S. Number 4. Number 3 in fact. Now let me substitute 3 in expression 2 instead of V. Let me substitute I into R sub S. So substituting 3 in 2, I end up with I R sub S in fact is equal to I into R1 plus R2 plus R3. So I can cancel I and I. So this implies the effective resistance RS is given by sum of individual resistances. So expression 4 gives me the formula to find effective resistance in series combination. So whenever resistors are connected in series, the total resistance will be equal to sum of the resistances of individual resistors. Okay. For example, if I have connected R1, let me assume the values of R1, R2, R3 like this. Say 2 ohm, R2 is 4 ohm, and R3 is 12 ohm. I am connecting these three in series. Now let us find the total resistance. Whenever resistors are connected in series, I have to add the individual resistances to get the total resistance, isn't it? That's what the formula suggests. That's the formula solid. Total resistance series combination of resistors individual resistances add pannanom. So add pannalama. So R sub S is equal to 2 plus 4 plus 12. So 2 plus 4 plus 12. So I end up with 16 plus 2, 18 ohm. So if you look at the total resistance, it's 18 ohm. And if I compare the value of the total resistance with the individual resistors, it is found to be greater than all the three resistors. Or in short, I can say the total resistance is greater than the highest resistance in the circuit. Which means whenever resistors are connected in series, the total resistance or the effective resistance will always be greater than the greatest resistance in the circuit. Or in other words, the total resistance will be greater than all the resistors connected in the circuit. So that's all about resistors connected in series. Thank you.